Hey guys, welcome back to the Fergie Time Podcast. Today, we will be discussing who deserves to win the PFA Player of the Year. I know, this is a big one. So right away, I'm just going to give you 3 candidates who I believe are all very deserving, and then I will break it down to my one player who I believe should win the PFA Player of the Year. So, starting off, I have Kevin De Bruyne, 25 matches, 8 goals, 16 assists, has been absolutely phenomenal this season. Candidate number 1. Candidate number 2, Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool, he's basically led that backline this season. They have 15 goals against, the best in the Premier League goals against record by ahead of any team. So he's been fantastic as well. Again, there's not much you can say about Virgil, but just pure class. Finally, Sadio Mane has been the leading force of Liverpool's front line this season. So those are my 3 candidates, and who are all very deserving. Let me just add, I believe all of them are deserving of some sort of recognition, which they will all get in the form of the PFA Team of the Year. But my Player of the Year for the PFA is going to have to be none other than Kevin De Bruyne. I know, he has been absolutely sensational this year. Many of you will say, though, however, especially you Liverpool fans will say, how can he win if Man City's been so far off Liverpool, so far off the pace? Let's remember, football is played with 11 men on the pitch. So the shortcomings of other players on Man City, particularly their backline in different positions, cannot be only placed on De Bruyne. Yes, he is held responsible, but during the season, he's been absolutely excellent. Like, if he can finish with 10 goals and 20 assists, we're seeing one of the best seasons from a Premier League midfielder ever. And it's just really fantastic what he's done. Is there anyone out there in the Premier League with the passing range that he has, especially in his position, with the goal scoring range he has? I mean, De Bruyne can put in a ball from 30, 40 yards and pinpoint accuracy, and that's how he's tallied so many assists. He can score with a laser shot from outside the 18, and he does it relatively often. So I think in terms of consistent quality, consistent greatness each match, and a player that elevates their team to a new level, I'm gonna have to give it to De Bruyne if we're saying the best player in the Premier League. Now, there are arguments to be made, I would say, for Virgil in terms of being the most valuable. His contribution to the Liverpool defense is clear. I think the whole argument that Liverpool this year defensively haven't been as good is ridiculous. Virgil has been absolutely fantastic, and as we see, they're the best defense by far. So if you want to talk value, I think that's where Virgil does have a good case, but if we're just talking the best player this season, it's got to be De Bruyne. I want to address one player, however. I do want to address Jordan Henderson, who's been getting shots from a lot of people. And personally, I disagree. I think he's had a fantastic season, may sneak into the PFA Team of the Year, but I don't believe he is worthy of the Player of the Year award. And I mean, if you're looking just from a midfield comparison, De Bruyne has been way better than Henderson, right? Manchester City rely a lot more on De Bruyne than Liverpool do on Henderson, and by that I mean, let me just clarify that Liverpool has a very deep midfield. They have 3 players who I find are relatively on the same level. So I think although Henderson has been the best of that midfield 3 and has been very good and should be in the Team of the Year, I believe De Bruyne, just standalone as himself, has been the best player this season. And I mean, it's just like the little things De Bruyne does, and it's the moments that we see, right? De Bruyne can create highlight type moments that people pick up on. I think for Henderson, he's very solid, and maybe he's not as flashy, and maybe that's why he doesn't get the respect that he should. But I think De Bruyne does the little things like Henderson while also going on to score massive goals, fantastic crosses, fantastic passing range. I think it's got to be De Bruyne for me. And I want to just address Mane, because I did mention him as a candidate. So for Mane, he's been the best forward for Liverpool this season. That is apparent. Mane has been fantastic. But in terms of even last season, I think he may have had a better year last year. And there are other strikers who have scored more goals than him. Jamie Vardy is one to mention. So I think in terms of just strikers and quality, I think it's really not clear who out of those between the other strikers. I don't think Mane's been standalone compared to other strikers in that position. So because of that, there is only one clear standalone player, and that for me has to be Kevin De Bruyne. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe. We're closing in on 2K subscribers. Thank you for watching, and let me know in the comments who you think the PFA Player of the Year should be this season. Anyways, thank you and take it easy. Peace.